lost games to
Axis, yeah.
to Ixis.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
I mean, we've already seen his WiiU, and we know that he's good. Maybe some people will say that he's held back by the character, so he chose to play a bit of Cloud on the side, and he's proven himself to be a very, very potent Cloud who has a very promising future for the rest of Smash 4.
Exactly. I believe he already proved to us what he's capable of doing with Wario, a character considered not to be that good.
Yeah.
And with this character, he managed to be the best in Europe. Well, when it comes to that, we always count Mr. R out because he nowadays is in the States. Well, this is our best player in Europe, ladies and gentlemen.
As we're talking about how great his Cloud is, he has these at a very early percent, to an unfortunate buffering up, I believe.
Yeah, it happens from time to time. Let's see how he will try to come back from this. However, against wusi, it will not be that easy. If you give him that kind of a lead, he will not actually make it that easy for you.
In his position, he will try to take this from small SD and try to take it as far as possible. Use this to his advantage, maybe
nice.
Try to use the Glutonny's kind of maybe not tilting state, but you must not be happy about this SD and then just take the momentum and...
Exactly. He's just not giving him any chance to take back the momentum. And I really like what wusi was trying to do there. He was always trying to get him off the stage and pressuring him so that he could rack up a lot of damage instead of going for his up air combos.
Exactly.
But now, Cloud with Limit, we all know what Cloud is able to do with Limit, especially against a fast faller like Fox. But yeah, there it is.
He tried to land at the edge of the stage, but wusi scouted that out real quick and killed him with an up smash to take the game.
wusi just said like, we take those. If you give me those 3 kills and kill yourself, I will take it. I'll gladly be up 1-0 against you.
I mean, he did show that maybe he didn't even need the SD. He played really well against his Cloud on that second stock of Glutonny, but still, the SD made it even easier.
Yeah. I also know that Glutonny has been practicing his Bayonetta in France.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he already also won a few locals there.
Oh.
With Bayo only, if I'm not mistaken. So that might also be a possibility if Cloud manages to not work out. Because wusi is very, very experienced in this matchup. He played countless times against Purple H, both being from the same region. They faced each other so often.
Germany has a lot of... in terms of top players, they are very diverse in characters. So if they play against each other often, they are very capable in a lot of the top tier matches. So they can't be surprised or by any matchups.
Yeah, however, that is also a double-edged sword because while we have a lot of character diversity when it comes to top players here in Germany, maybe the people don't really learn the matchups against the character too well, but against the player. Yeah. So whenever they go
they face
out of country to another tournament abroad, then they are caught off guard because they have such a different style. Yeah. Like the prime example would be Purple H and Ezreal. Both had such different styles of Cloud.
Oh, exactly. And as we were talking, wusi barely didn't manage to get that edge guard on Cloud. He didn't have his jump anymore, but the down smash barely whiffed, so he was able to come back and get another chance at life. Right now he's in the advantage with Limit, so he's in prime form to take this stock and the game as well.
Yeah, it is just so oppressive whenever Cloud is just jumping with his limits on deck and when you're on the ledge.
Yeah, with his limit and just such a huge backer hitbox, it's very difficult to come back onto stage and try to get stage advantage when you're just getting oppressed at the ledge, trying to get back.
Now, Glutonny just tied up the score. It is 1-1 now. I would assume he might ban triplets.
Yeah, I think one of the triplets would be.
Or maybe even
choice.
FD. He might also ban FD.
Maybe, but I think that as a Cloud with his juggling up airs, he will benefit from FD as well. So probably Dreamlight was his ban. I think so. But
might have been, yeah.
Yeah, with only one ban and triplet not counting as one, wusi will take it to Battlefield.
Yeah, so the Rusa definitely is in his favor in this case. And again, I really like this. He goes for rapid jab to put Cloud off stage.
Yeah, rapid jab, a very potent option from Fox. I mean, it's not the most damage, but it's a fast option, and it gets the opponent away from you. And
yeah, and it's safe at low percent. It is actually safe, whereas up tilt, which would be usually your main combo tool, is not. At very early percent, it's actually punishable on hit. So that's why wusi is opting a lot for jabs in those cases. And as a bonus, especially against Cloud, it puts him off stage.
yeah, very smart option coverage by wusi. And right now,
He just does it. He just throws it out. And he's just sending him a message. I'm not scared. I will do it from time to time. You cannot predict me. I will just surprise you.
maybe it caught him trying to punish the back air, but just back air into limit cross slash immediately caught wusi off guard and took the stock.
And this time he manages to get back to the stage quite untouched.
wusi will, Glutonny will try to get as much damage as possible on this last stock before losing his, because every damage that you get now, it's just a bit more help for not losing the game when your second stock is lost. But right now he's actually making a case for not losing his first stock at all. So,
Oh, wow. I am not sure if he was too late or if both characters just...
I think there was a case of
They hit each other with their hitbox, but both were invincible. Because, as we know, Fox is not... There's a certain spot during Fox's side B where he is invincible, where he cannot be touched.
Yeah, I believe it's Fox doing his side piece only vulnerable at the beginning, at the middle, and at the end. If you try to hit him between those spots, you won't be able to hit him, but he will hit you for it, and by that he can sometimes even combo into an up air.
Oh, wow, that's it.
That was a super quick back air.
That's
Nice.
actually very difficult to do. He had to be so quick with the turn around and then buffer the jump, and then do a back air so quickly. Amazing job from wusi there. Wow.
Also, Glutonny choosing fair as his option in disadvantage. Maybe not the best choice. Could have maybe picked neutral air a bit faster or tried to jump away.
Okay, it seems like Glutonny will stay Cloud.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seemed like the character choice was not the problem here. He just maybe missed a few punishes, missed a few kill opportunities, and he definitely knows that he can make it with the Cloud. Doesn't need to try and... or maybe he will? He will, actually.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
I'm very excited. I always loved seeing his Warrior. Of course, his Cloud is a beauty too, but...
Whenever I see him play Warrior, it looks like something else, man. It's like, I don't know, he always gets like hit by phantom hits. You always see the spark. I don't know if he does it intentionally, if his sense of space is that
amazing,
good.
Yeah. And I mean, Glutonny, from the beginning of his game, has put so much work into this character. He knows all the tricks about it. When he hit Darkshad with the bike that slowed down at the end for some reason, he was just like, that was one of my so many tricks that I'm able to use. So he definitely has some tricks up his sleeve to surprise wusi with.
Exactly, and I remember him tweeting back then when that happened that he has many of such tricks in his sleeves, but he didn't have yet the chance to show them. So maybe we'll see something now, but wusi is not letting him. He's just racking up a lot of damage and taking a big lead in this game.
wusi is just showing what a textbook Fox should look like. Getting solid punishes, not overextending, just I will get my up tilt, get my up air, and then I will let you come down and then hit you while you're trying to get back into a neutral state to keep you in disadvantage as long as possible.
Wow, he just did it. What kind of... I don't know what his thought process was during it.
Me neither.
Was that a hard read or just...
I mean, the
did
bike
he
was
just
there.
trust his instinct or did he know? I have no idea.
Usually he'll try to get some sort of setup like up air or neutral air into WAF, but this time he had the bike there, so the hitbox was extended and was able to get a comeback kill on him.
Oh yeah, that was spinning animation. He could not tech that. That was impossible. So that was guaranteed.
The only way you could have maybe gotten out of it if it was too high percent, and he was able to move again before he hit the ground and then jump out of it.
Exactly. But now wusi is just showing us that he wants to take this set in this game. He does not intend to make it to game 5. And so far he's actually making quite a good job, because the waft isn't still has a lot of time to charge up.
Yeah, the waft has still some time to go, which will make Glutonny play a bit more defensive. We'll see him use the bike a bit more.
However, he does not need the fully charged waft.
Yes.
Especially Fox being a light character, he will die very early to a semi-charged waft.
I mean, at this percent, he might actually already do it if it's not really center stage.
And Fox just going for what he's most famous for.
Also, another option that is viable right now is the down air. We cancelled it into the ground, into the waft. I think that will be a confirm as well for now.
Do you know if that is a true combo, or is that like a 50-50 mix-up? Or
I think it's actually a true combo, but I'm not too sure about it.
Yeah.
Smart, really smart.
He could just wait it out. Either wusi would be too far away eventually, and then Glutonny would be able to just jump over him and then waft. So yeah, by choosing to go for the rapid jab, it was actually sealed. The game was decided by then.
I was actually surprised that releasing shield and then jumping in and wafting was fast enough to punish the final hit of the rapid jab.
I would assume so, if he would have jumped over him before the final hit came out.
Yeah.
So Town and City for the last game. Glutonny, not surprising that he is staying with his main character Wario.
And I mean, from our mood, it doesn't seem like that much of an exciting thing, but we're actually in a game 5 situation of a pretty big upset here. wusi has some really good results, or is a really good player, but I don't think he's had that much of a breakout performance yet. He did play second at another Calyptus Cup, but right now he's able to take a set from the best you are playing besides.
Oh, this hurts a lot. Glutonny does this so often here in Europe. He also did it to Fatality whenever he came to France.
Yeah.
And also he did it to Anti and Kameme.
I mean,
but yeah,
if you're the opponent of a WiiU player and you're 50%, you have to watch out for that full hop fair, because if he does a full hop, he can do another one afterwards, and that will set up for the weak fair, locking you into a normal get up and setting you up for getting hit by a bit of a charged F smash, which is very strong for WiiU.
Yeah, those setups are very specific, but Glutonny just gets him so often. And yeah, he just goes to the other side.
Doesn't have invincibility.
Nice! Yeah. He didn't fall for it. He knew Glutonny would try to clap him from underneath the stage.
Yeah.
He just waited out and then punished his ledge regrab, which doesn't have invincibility anymore.
But yes, the waft has not been used yet, so it's definitely a good option for. Oh no!
Oh, that's it.
That's it. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I guess this pays back for what Glutonny did in the first stock of this set.
Exactly.
wusi did the same thing at the last stock of this set. So Glutonny beats wusi 3-2, and he will move on to winners quarterfinals, where he will face against where he will play against Sir John, who beat Paint 3-0.
3-0. Very nicely done. I mean, I would believe that he would play Bayonetta against Duck Hunt because it's not a good matchup. But seeing that what Paint has done in his pools already, it will be very exciting to see what he will be able to pull off in the losers bracket.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in losers bracket, we also had Knaka beating Sinto 3-0.